designation earlier this year. She is currently our president of the most creative and talented club in Tampa Bay, which is Toastmasters. Thank you. In the spring of this year, she competed in her first international speech contest where she placed second at the club and area levels. It is the speech that she's going to present tonight, I See You. Songwriter Matthew West, in his song, My Own Little World, sang the following. No, I'm not going to sing it. In my own little world, as hardly ever rains, I've never gone hungry, always felt safe. I got home, I got some money in my pocket, shoes on my feet, in my own little world, population me. Tonight, Claudia will challenge us to escape from our own little world, population me, and begin to see beyond ourselves. I present Claudia Mitchell, I See You. I See You, Claudia Mitchell.
When walking on the trails in Africa, when people greet one another, they don't say, good morning, how are you? They say what's translated into English as, I see you. Fellow Toastmasters and honored guests, how do I look? What do I drive? Where do I live? Who are my friends and what can they do for me? Many of us are all consumed with our own little world. We find ourselves in situations where we're asking the question, what's in it for me? After all, it is all about me. Now, you've been sitting in your seats for a while. Do you know what color the person sitting next to you is wearing? Now, don't peek. Perhaps we're all consumed with our own little world. We could go to a restaurant, Grillsmith, Anthony's, and see families and couples, heads down, fingers busy texting. What happened to the lost art of conversation, of exchanging thoughts, feelings, and ideas? We're so consumed with ourselves. We're in our own little world, not seeing those people around us. Recently, I was driving. I used to drive to International Plaza all the time. And I saw there was a man with a sign that read, "We'll work for food." Do any of you all see people like that as you're driving? Do you really see them? Do you see the person whose car is broken down on the side of the road? Have you ever stopped to consider that you could be homeless, you could be hungry, you could be without a job? People all around us are faced with various situations. They have stories behind their lives. And many times we don't see them because we're so consumed with ourselves. Several months ago, I met a woman that shared with me that while she was growing up, she saw her father rape her mother. She was sexually abused by her own father. Last year, some of my former colleagues were called into a meeting and they were informed that their services would no longer be needed. They were suddenly unemployed. At church last year, I learned of a woman that while in college, she met the love of her life. They fell in love, they got married, they had children. They were living their dream. One morning, she woke up, she went out of the bedroom to get her children up. When she returned back to her bedroom, she noticed her husband was still in bed. She found her husband was dead. Life happens all around us. People are going through all kinds of things, but do we really see that? Can we really say, I we're so busy living in our own little world. In order to see the people around us, we have to be intentional. It won't just happen. It takes time. It takes us stopping to give a smile. It takes engaging in conversation, asking a person, how are you doing? And waiting to get their response. It takes caring. And sometimes it even takes sharing to say, I see you. When you and I take the time to listen, when we take the time to care, when we take the time to love, we demonstrate, I see you. So, fellow Toastmasters and honored guests, what do I wear? How do I look? Where do I live? Where do I work? Who are my friends? And what can they do for me? None of that really matters. What really matters is I see you. Contest master.